the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Lifestyle changes can be just as powerful as medication in controlling diabetes.
If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and you need diabetic services, but you need to make your dollar stretch no further than the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. For vascular, podiatry and diabetic eye screening services or consultations with diabetes doctors and nurses, call 417-0305 today. The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren, St. Michael. They can save your life and save you money. But members get 10% off.
It's a wonderful Wednesday, Q family! I don't mind all that bad weather that you keep hearing about. It is time for 15 diabetic-friendly minutes on 100.7 QFM, all with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetes Foundation, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center! This is Peter Boyce here, and what can I tell you about the Maria Holder Diabetes Center that you don't know already? I can tell you that it's the one-stop shop for all of your diabetic needs, whether you are diabetic or pre-diabetic. And you might say,
"Why know that already?"
I can tell you that they have vascular screening for if you have bad circulation, and eye screening for diabetic retinopathy, where if you are diabetic, you are supposed to do that every year. And you might say,
"I know that already too."
Or I can tell you that the Maria Holder Diabetes Center is located behind Eunice Gibson Polyclinic in Warren, St. Michael. And you might say to me,
"I know that already. Tell me something I don't know."
Alright, do you know that there's something called the diabetes plate method, which is a simple, helpful eating technique that anybody who's living with diabetes, or even if you don't have diabetes then, that you can follow when you are eating, that would help you to eat healthy? You know that?
I did not know that. Tell me more.
Yes! You can use this method when you go to queue in the community tomorrow, or even when you're eating home like now. So we are going to go to dietitian with the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, Miss Victoria Cox, to tell you more about this eating method. This is Victoria.
The diabetes plate method is a really helpful, very simplistic resource or tool that people living with diabetes, or really anybody who wants to eat healthily, can use as a guide both for what they should be eating, but also approximately how much they should be eating, or what the proportions are of what they should be eating. So as far as a plate goes, we're thinking of a standard, 9-inch dinner plate, so nothing too large, preferably. And then the plate is going to be divided up into 3 categories. Half of the plate, number 1, should be some kind of non-starchy veg. So non-starchy vegetables including, could be broccoli, string beans, okras, carrots can work, lettuce, cucumber, tomato, anything like that. Ideally taking up half the plate, and I do like to suggest putting vegetables onto the plate first, so you sort of automatically can take visual note of, okay, yes, these vegetables are taking up half of my plate, half of what I'm going to be eating. And then number 2 and 3, so we've got half the plate remaining empty. We're going to divide that half into half, so it would be a quarter of the plate each. Then we're going to have a protein, preferably something lean or non-fried, like baked chicken or grilled fish. And then we want number 3, the remaining quarter, to be some kind of high fiber starch or carbohydrate. So that could be rice and peas, or sweet potato, or breadfruit, or whole wheat pasta. And this is in particular what we want to make sure we are indeed adhering to as far as a quarter plate portion, because for people living with diabetes, we want to remember that it's the starch or the carbohydrate that digests into sugar. So the more of your plate is comprised of starch, we can assume the higher the blood sugar would go. So this is why we want to keep it to about 1/4 of what we're eating. So ultimately that is the plate method, where the largest component of the plate, or half the plate, is non-starchy veg, and then 1/4 each is left up to our protein and our starch. And then just to go along with what we're eating is a beverage. Ideally, first and foremost, water is always best, but if somebody is really in the mood for something other than water, and they're living with diabetes and not wanting to spike their blood sugar, then they could opt for what we would call a 0-calorie, or also known as a diet drink. So a drink where when you check the label on the back, there is no sugar, no calories, i.e. something that's going to be artificially sweetened, so it will still taste sweet, but will not raise blood sugar.
So there you have it, Q family, the diabetes plate method. What do you think?
I feel like a tray.
I hope everyone out there feels the same way. Remember, you can call and make an appointment with Victoria Cox so she can give you a personalized meal plan. Whether you have diabetes or not, she can help you improve your eating habits. Just call 417-0305 to make that appointment. Stay tuned, as later on in this show you will be hearing the official message for World Podiatry Day from the Diabetes Foundation, which was celebrated last week. But first, listen to this eye screening reminder.
Alfonso, when you're going up to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center and getting your eye screened, and by screen I mean digitally scanned.
Woman, why does you not stop humbugging me?
I keep telling you about making an appointment, but you keep putting it off. Don't wait until there is a problem.
The body that needs to get an eye check like is you. Did you not see me go to the eye doctor last month and get my eye checkup? You forget.
But Alfonso, you know you diabetic. What the Maria Holder Diabetes Center in Warrens's do is a different type of screening, specifically designed for diabetics' eyes. You should be doing it every year so that if anything goes wrong, you can get early treatment for the best results.
So what's the difference about this eye screening, boy?
They have special cameras that take pictures of all the areas of the eye, including the back of the eye.
Woman, you're talking ignorance now. Why would anybody want to take a picture of the back of somebody's eye? Would that sound so backwards?
To make sure there's no sign of diabetic retinopathy.
Diabetic what? Retinopathy? That's English?
Diabetic retinopathy. That is a condition that, if left untreated in a diabetic eye, could lead to blindness.
Yeah, lady, you got me here good. You got me here good this bright side of the morning. I'm very glad that you spoke to me about this. Well, why didn't I know about this here at all?
And Alfonso, you know if you go blind, you won't be able to see me no more.
Hey, you know I can't let that happen, cause I like to keep my eye on you. What's that number again? Let me call and make that appointment now, Bozy.
The number is 243-EYES or 243-3937.
Wait, not so fast. Let me write it down. 243-3937. 243-3937. I got it now. I'm very glad you opened my eyes to this. It's a good time, Mario. I know you're smart. That's why I'm paying attention to my family, you know. I know you're a good woman. I can call and make this appointment, catch the bus, get off there by the Eunice Gibson Polyclinic in Warrens, and get to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center and get my eyes screened. I can't let nothing happen to my eyes. I got things to do. 243-3937. Thank you for that reminder, Mr. Alfonso. As we go into our next segment that we promised you, Dr. Diane Braffey from the Maria Holder Diabetes Center with some official words for World Podiatry Day.
The 8th of October was International Podiatry Day, a day dedicated to the celebration and the expertise of podiatrists all around the world. But we want to say from the Barbados Diabetes Foundation that we thank those that we have in Barbados and for the excellent care that they give to the people of Barbados, whether in private settings or whether in public settings. We also want to celebrate our foot care nurses who play a fundamental role in foot care in Barbados. I think on this day, what we should be celebrating or what we should be acknowledging is the role played in preventative care. While, of course, we want to recognize the importance of managing problems such as wounds and ulcers and other things, the real goal has to be preventative care and maintaining excellent foot health so that we don't have the wounds and the ulcers in the first place. So we want to encourage you at the Barbados Diabetes Foundation to take care of your feet. They're the 2 feet God has given you and they're yours to take care of. Remember, if you notice any changes, any bruises, any pain, any changes in shape, just anything that is not quite right, hard skin, callus, or whatever the case, please get information so you can seek out the best care to prevent any complications, especially if you're living with diabetes. So this is just a very short message from me, but also a reminder as always, because we see too many people living with diabetes who have foot issues, and a lot of the times they don't even know that it's a problem. Please become more aware. We will continue to give messages to help make the public of Barbados more aware of their feet and the measures that can be taken to take the best care of them, and of course be more aware of when there is a problem, whether you're living with diabetes or not. Your feet matter.
Thank you, Dr. Brathwaite. I hope you all listening to QFM heard what Dr. D said. Your feet matter. So make sure and march those feet down to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center as we march into our Q song of the day with a special foot song from Trinidad and Tobago, the band Ecstatic featuring Wayne Rodriguez. Footsteps, compliments, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center. The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
I know living with diabetes can be hard, and I wouldn't expect people to just go and just say, well, yeah, I got to do this. It's a process. You have to take it day by day. You got to learn how to and how not to, the goods, the bads, and the don't. You got to learn how to manage your medication, and you got to know how to eat your correct diet. Do not stress, get good sleep. And I would advise them to get regular checkups, see your podiatrist, see your nutritionist, and see your doctor, because sometimes dealing with this, especially with your doctor, medication needs to be regulated at times. Always monitor yourself, always stay at regular blood sugar testing. And I would advise every single diabetic to go to the Maria Holder Foundation. They were the ones for me, Tanya, who advised me and who took care of me. Everyone is there. Everyone you can think of. You have the nutritionists, doctors, nurses, everyone, diabetic nurses. You get everything done there, and it was able for me to get my blood sugars under control. There is no one or no place better in Barbados that you can go to than the Maria Holder Foundation.
If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to QFM right now, in 2025, Q stands for Quality Health Services at lower prices, which is what you will find at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center located in Warren, St. Michael. If you are looking for diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, podiatry, or nutritional advice, call 243-3937 or 417-0305 and make an appointment today. Don't miss next week when we will be dealing with more diabetic issues. Same Q time, same Q station. Compliments, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the Barbados Community Foundation.
If you or your loved one is impacted by diabetes and have questions, the Barbados Diabetes Foundation has the answers.
It's always easier to reverse diabetes, certainly control it properly and avoid complications if you at least know that you have it.
So it's just again to re-emphasize the importance of good diabetic care. And diabetic care involves really almost every part of the body. So it's your feet, your heart. But again, we're coming back to what our main focus is at this time is the eye care.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren, St. Michael, is your source of diabetic care. You can reach them by calling 243-EYES, 243-3937 for more information.
Diabetes doubles your risk of heart disease. Know your numbers today.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.